Greetings and welcome to our project. My name is Joshan Calbon, and I'm here to discuss about the attributes and then also the overview of our code. So first, let's start with the um, class of toy.java. So firstly, what we have here is a public class named toy. And below that is that we also include setting up some private integer and strings. And also we have here also the boolean for some conditions that we have in our code. So first things first, we have private int id, private string name, private string condition, also string for the manufacturer. We also have string for the size, and one of our members will explain why we use string for size. And then what we have here is the int for the weight, and then boolean for the battery operated, boolean for the sound features. We use boolean here to basically easily defined if it is battery operated. Simply the answer is yes or no, or true or false. Same thing for the sound features. And lastly, string for the interactive features based on what the user wants to define by themselves. We also have here public toy int IDs, string name, condition, string manufacturer, string size, int weight, and then boolean operated, boolean sound features, and then string interactive features. Calling them, and then we use this.id. Same thing for the other. And then public int, getting them, get ID, get name, get condition, and so on. And below that, the public toy class, we have the printing of them, wherein we can see we get the variables after we set them up above the toy class. So after we get the variables, we use system.out print. We use id inside the quotation mark, and then we concatenate it with the variable of the id. So moving on to the main.java, to our main program, we also use array list in here, in which I am also in charge of. So we use array list toys equals new array list, setting up a new array list for the toys. And then we use scanner since this is a user input code. So in choice, in id, weight, remove id, and then string for the name, condition, manufacturer, size, interactive feature, search name, and filter condition. And then lastly, boolean for battery operated and sound features, as we can see from the other class, which is the toy class. So to further explain our code, our members will take turns depending on what part of the code they are in charge of. So that's it for me, and thank you for listening.
Dangal greetings, my name is Gian Escandelario, and today I will be explaining the details of manufacture, size, and weight. So here at the main program, we have the system.out.print manufacturer, size, and weight. So this will ask the user to input the necessary details for the toy. The scanner under each print will get our user input. Then, uh, at the toy class, we have the public class toy that includes um, private string manufacturer, private string size, and private int weight. So um, this will store the toy's manufacturer, size, and weight. Then below that we have the constructor, and inside the constructor we have this that manufacturer equals manufacturer, this that size equals size, and this that weight equals weight. This will initialize what will be the our manufacturer, size, and weight of our toy. Then below that we have the get, and in here we have the public string get manufacturer, get size, and get weight. This will return what will be our manufacturer, size, and weight. Then below that we have public void display toy. And inside this, again, we have system.out.print manufacturer, size, and weight. This will print what the user input in our manufacturer, size, and weight. And that is all. Thank you for listening.
Now, greetings. I am Tensei Bidasillo, and in this video I will discuss or explain if the toy is battery operated or have a sound feature or any other interactive features. So first, what we need to do is to create a variable which is named battery operated sound features and interactive features. So as you can see here, it is on a boolean because this is how we discover later if it is a battery operated or have a sound features. Next is string, where it is called our interactive features. So after creating a variable, next is we now set a parameter to each variable with also the same name as we do before. As you can see here, it is the same name. And after that, inside the constructor, we assign the value and its name. So here is, we assign its value and name. So moving on. Next is we create a getter method named public boolean is battery operated, and we return it to its name, battery operated. So magkakaparehas lang po yan. Create a getter method here to the sound features and we return it to its name. So after creating a getter method, we now display the toy. So as you can see here, we use a ternary operator wherein it will return true if the battery operator is yes, and false if it's not true. Also here in sound feature, we use a ternary operator for a better output and readable output. If it's available, it will return true, and if it's not, it will return false. Next on interactive features, we display it none if the user entire string none, and also if it's empty, it will default none. As you can see here, we use a trim for better output, and it's pagdagdagay ng user ng any interactive features, ito may lalabas. And now we go to the main task. So as you can see here, kinuha lang natin yung kaninang variable na Lagyan natin ang value which is name, battery operated, and sound features. And scroll down. So you can see here, this is the sys out. Ginawa natin. Kung malalaman kung battery operated ba yung toy na ginawa natin or hindi, which is true or false here. And battery operated, ginawa lang natin so dito. So ganun din sa sound features. We get the sound features variable here, and it will be defined if it say true or false. It depends on the user preference. And for the interactive features, like the battery operated variable, we just get the variable that we do in class, toy class here, and print it here. So that's all for the sound features, battery operated, and interactive features on how we get that. So thank you for watching.
So, itong part ng code na to is nagde-demonstrate siya ng 3 essential operation for managing a collection of toys using Java's arraylist. So, meron siyang adding new toys, removing toys by ID, and displaying the entire collection. So, ito yung method by method analysis na ginawa dito sa part na to. So, first, meron tayong adding toys, which is the add new toy. And yung purpose ito is nag-create siya at nag-add ng new toy to the collection. And then yung parameters niya is yung toy, and then the array list storing all toys, and then yung various toy properties niya is ID, name, condition, and etc. So yung process naman ito is nag-create siya ng toy object with the provided parameters, and in-add siya sa array list using add method, and nagpo-provide siya ng confirmation feedback. And then the second is removing toys, or the remove toy. So nire-remove niya yung toy by its unique identifier. Tapos yung aspects niya rito is gumagamit siya ng flag or yung remove to track the success or the failure. Tapos nag-iterate din siya through the array list to find the matching ID. And then nire-remove niya rin yung toy gamit yung remove index. And then nagpo-provide din siya ng appropriate feedback messages. And then yung pangatlo is yung display functionality or yung display all toys. And then pinapakita dito yung lahat ng toys na in a formatted manner. And yung features na dito is gine-check niya yung collection if empty ba, and then nag-create siya ng visual header for display. Tapos nag-iterate din siya through array list using index-based access. And tinatawag niya rin yung each toys or yung nakikita natin na display toy method. So yung sa array list operation just naman is nagde-demonstrate siya ng several key array list operation, which is yung add or yung nag-a-add niya ng element to the end of the list. Then yung remove index, nagre-remove siya ng element at the specified position. Then yung get index, nagre-retrieve siya ng element at a specific position. And then yung size, ginaget niya yung elements in the list. And then yung is empty, chine-check niya kung yung list is nagko-contain siya ng no elements. Then yung important implementation dito is yung first yung error handling. So sa error handling, empty collection checking in display method, then yung ID existence niya, verification in remove operation, then yung clear feedback messages niya para sa lahat ng operations. And then yung second is collection management, yung paggamit ng array list dynamic sizing capability niya, and then yung pag-maintain niya ng order of addition, and nagpo-provide din siya ng efficient access sa lahat ng elements. And then the third is yung user interface, consistent siya sa formatting ng output, then informative din siya sa status ng messages, and structure display layout. So sa best practices naman niya is yung code organization, separate yung method for this distinct operation, then clear din yung parameter list niya, and then consistent naming conventions. Second is data integrity, unique yung ID ng base removal niya, then complete din yung object creation bago siya mag-add. Then sa proper error handling din. And then the last one is the user communication. So sa user communication naman is merong clear success or error messages. Tapos may formatted output din and status update after operation.
Hello, I am Yunel Angelo M. Guarte and I am tasked with the method display all toys, display toy, and search toy by name. So first, display all toys. So we have public static void display all toys and yung parameter niya is array list toy and toys. So we have an error handling. So if else statement. So if toy is empty, so pag walang laman yung toys, system.out.print no toys in the collection. So else we have a for loop and it iterates through all of the elements in the array list. So first index is equals to 0, then index is less than toys dot size. So size is a built-in method to get all of the number of elements within the array list. So next index is plus plus, so increment. So toys that get index, kada iterate niya parang kinukuha niya yung value ng kada index and it displays all the toys. So dito na nga yung display toy method. So ano nga ba yung display toy method? Display toy, so display toy, it prints all of the ID, name, condition, manufacturer, size, weight, battery operated, sound features, and all of the interactive features that the user input. So it gets the ID, the name, the condition, the manufacturer, size, weight, and battery operated, and etc. So going back to the search toy by name. So search toy by name, public static void search toy by name, and the parameters are array list toy, toys, and string name. So we have a boolean to detect if the inputted name is equals to any of the elements within the array list. So ito yung for loop natin. It also, again, just like earlier, it iterates through all of the elements within the array list. So this is the if method, if statement. So if toys that get index, kunin niya yung index ng element within the array list, and kukunin niya yung name, and equals ignore case. So when we say ignore case, it disregards whether the inputted string of the user is capital or in small letters. So equals ignore case name, which is what the user wants to find within the array list. So if it is true, so found is equals to true, and toys that get index that display toy, again it displays only the toy that is equals to what the user wants to find. So if it is not found, so if the boolean statement is false, it gives back a statement which says system.out.print no toy found with the name and what the user inputted. So that is all for the display all toys, display toy, and search toy by name.
Dangal greetings. My name is Jermich Joven Salcedo and I am going to discuss filter toys by condition. Now let's go to the line public static void filter toys array list toys string condition. To explain this, defines a public static method named filter toys which takes two parameters, an array list toy representing a list of toys objects in a string specifying the condition to filter the toys, like for example the new used in the record. And with the second line that boolean found equals false. A boolean variable found is initialized as false to check if at least one toy meets the given condition. The next line is the system that out.print plus condition plus toy. If a header is printed to indicate the type of toys being filtered, if the condition is new, it displays new toy. And then for the next line, for int index equal to 0, index toy.size index dot class. A for loop starts iterating through the array list from index 0 to toy.size minus 1, where toys.size return the total number of toys in the list. And then for the next line, if toys get index get condition, it that get equals ignore case condition, toys that get index retrieves the toy at the current index, while get condition calls a method assumed to exist in the toy class that returns the condition of toy. The method that equals ignore case condition compares the toy's condition with the given condition, ignoring case sensitivity. U and capital N U are treated equal. And then for the next slide, toys that get indexed that display toys. If the toy's condition matches display toy, it's called which likely print details about toy. And then the next line, found equal true. Since a matching toy was found is set true. And then if we choose that the method does not print no toy found at the end. Now, in the next line, if found the loop check if no toys match the given condition, found is still false. And then the next line, system that outside print no that condition plus toys found. If no toys match this print, no condition toys found. And then if condition is refurbished, print no refurbished toys found.
So, tangal greetings everyone. My name is Leonard Andre R. Samaniego and I'll be the one who will demonstrate the run-through of our code. So, when we run the code, the first thing that will display here is the menu. And it has a variety of operations to choose from. So, here first is we will add a new toy. So, we'll enter 1. And then it will ask a variety of details. So first is the ID integer and we will input 1 here. So next is it will ask for the name and we set is as transformers. And the next one it asks for the condition of the toys and we will set it as new. The next wing is the manufacturer and we will set it as Hasbro. For the size, maybe we will set as 10 inches and weight in grams, we will set it as 150. And for the battery operated, true, and sound features, true. So for interactive features, maybe none. And after hitting enter, it will display that the toy has been added in the list. Now we are done with the first operation. Now we will proceed to the next operation, which is remove toy by ID. So here we will select 2, hit enter, and now it asks for the toy ID to be removed. Here we will type 2. So as you can see, it displays toy ID 2 not found since it's not included in the list. Now we will select 2 to remove toy by ID again and select the toy ID as 1. And as you can see, it displays the toy has been removed since in the early input we use ID number 1 for the toy transformers. Now, moving forward to the third operation, display all toys. So here enter your choice. We will enter 3. Now, as you can see, it displays the all toys inside the list. So, it displays the Transformers and its details, and the Lego toy and as well its details. Now, when we try to display all toys while the list is empty, it will display no toys in the collection. So, the next operation now is the search toy by name. So here, if we enter this and it will prompt to enter the toy name to be searched. So when we try Transformers, enter, and as you can see, it displays the details of the toy Transformers. Now, how about if we try to display or search rather a toy name that is not included in the list? So here, enter toy name to be searched. So here we will type Barbie doll. And enter, and as you can see, it displays no toy found with the name Barbie doll since it's not included in the list. The next operation is the filter toys by condition. So this operation filters and displays only a certain toy with a certain condition. Now let's select 5. So here it asks for the condition we want to display, and we will select maybe new. Enter 1. Ayan. So as you can see, it displays the toys, Transformers and Lego. So it displays the details about Transformers, and its condition is new. The size, Lego, its condition is also new. So now, what if we try to filter toys or set the condition as new? So here we will select use. Now, as you can see, it displays no used toys found since there are no used toys we input earlier. It's all new. So that's why it displays no used toys found. Now, when we try to input 6, enter 6, it will exit now the program. So that's only for my presentation. Again, my name is Leonard Andre R. Samaniego. Thank you for listening.